Hey guys, I wanted to do a quick recap since I started off my retreat chatting with you. I'm about to finish up my last walk on the beach and head home shortly. And hear my sniffles, I have a little bit of a cold. So I wanted to just talk to you about the last 48 hours, and it's been pretty interesting. Definitely not what I expected. So, like I said, when I started, I was nervous, and I'm trying to think about it. I can't remember the last time I spent even a full day alone, let alone like 2 days. I have 3 young kids under the age of 6. I've been in business with my husband for like 10 years, and we worked and lived side by side. And, it's so rare for me to have alone time. So, this has been really interesting. So, the first night that I got here, it was great. I spent some time at a coffee shop, and hey, Darcy, thanks for joining. Spent some time at a coffee shop, and I wrote and read and listened to a little bit, and then checked in at my hotel and decided I was gonna, went for an awesome walk on the beach right after low tide, which was beautiful because right behind me is Haystack Rock, and seeing Haystack Rock at low tide is always awesome. I got to go like right up by the rock and just like seeing all the little things, and it's so beautiful. But I came back and decided to go out to dinner, and I went to this place and got mussels, which seafood doesn't always agree with me, and I didn't feel so well afterward. Well, needless to say, I pretty much didn't sleep at all that night and had a stomach ache and ended up throwing up the next morning. So I felt like shit, and I ended up just being like, are you fucking kidding me? This is what's happening when I'm alone. But I've been reading The Universe Has Your Back, and one of the things that I had just read the night before was about like turning around those situations sometimes. So I turned it around to say, thank God. Thank God that I'm not having to care for anyone right now, because I remember last year when I got strep throat while my husband was out of town and my nanny was sick, and it was awful. I felt like total shit, and I still had 3 kids to care for. So I tried to turn it into being like feeling gratitude that I was alone and could just sort of care for myself. So I didn't wake up till like after 10. I woke up, threw up, went back to bed. Then I got up. I was like, okay, I'm feeling better now that I've thrown up. So then I decided to go for a little walk on the beach, and which was nice. But then I got back and was really tired. So hey, Amy, great to see you. So I was really tired, and since I was sick, I was just feeling like shit. So I'd thrown up, so I had like no energy, and I did not want to eat anything. So I went back to the hotel and ended up going and taking a nap, and like I laid in bed and read a while, and then I fell back asleep. So I didn't leave my hotel yesterday till 3 o'clock. Okay, this is not what I was anticipating for my personal retreat. So I ended up, I was like, okay, I got to get out of here. I'm feeling better, good enough. So again, I went out to a coffee shop, and I did some reading and journaling, and I was sort of bored because I struggle with being alone, and I'm like, look, it's really hard for me. So I ended up, of course I checked my phone a few times. I will fully admit that I did look at social media, and I may have checked my email once, okay? So, so during my personal retreat, when I'm supposed to unplug, I struggled with that. And my good friend, Danielle Savory, texted me and said, what the fuck are you doing? Get off social media. You are on a personal retreat. And she's right. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm struggling here. And she sent me a bunch of journal prompts, said, here's what you need to do. Thanked her for that, and I promptly did what she said, because she's an awesome coach that I love. And I went out for a light dinner because all I ate yesterday was half a bowl of soup and a banana and some peppermint tea. I had to take an ibuprofen because I didn't have any coffee. But so I went out for a bowl of soup in the evening and just wrote a lot. And I went home, and I even did a meditation last night at the hotel, and just really just chilled out and tried to meditate and journal more, and then went to bed at like 8:30 because I was tired and I didn't feel well. And then today, it's been great. Oh, the other thing though that was nice is like I went for another walk at sunset on the beach last night. I mean, for me, coming to the coast is so amazing. But anyways, back to my day. So that was my day, my full day on my personal retreat, and it was not what I expected. It was not what I would have said would have happened, and it was fucking hard for me to just be alone with myself. I don't even know how to describe it. I'm like bored with myself is how I would describe it. I don't know what to do. And the thing that I kept coming back to is that I was always thinking about what I was going to do next. I find for me, time is often so, like, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing everything. What's next? What's going on? What's going on? And I would be like the night before, I went in the sauna in the hot tub at the hotel, and I was bored after like 10 minutes. It's like, okay, I'm done. And I'm like, dude, nobody is here. Nobody's telling you what to do. Just relax. And it's really hard for me. And then today was great because I got up, I feel better, and I was able to, I did 2 different meditations today, which was awesome, and I journaled for over 2 hours, and for me, I journal for like 10 minutes usually, so it was amazing. And Amy, if you're still on, I used a bunch of the prompts from Saturday. I used those and went through different parts of my life of just like, what would I do if, or I trust that, these different amazing prompts that Amy had done in a group thing that I was with her. And they were really awesome. And I journaled in numerous different ways using prompts from Danielle and the prompts that Amy taught me. And it really felt so good. And I feel like I had a lot of insight and breakthroughs, even though I was sick, even though it didn't turn out as planned. But I feel like this retreat's been a total success. And I've learned so many things about what I want to do next time. And I can't recommend a personal retreat enough to someone to just take some time out and take some space to just be with yourself, as hard as it may be for some of us. So I'm going to reflect on this in a blog post for next week, so you may see this again. But thanks so much for joining, and I look forward to seeing you all again, and I hope you get some time out of your life to take a little break. One of the things I said to my husband a few weeks ago was, I feel like I can't breathe. Oh, sorry. Okay. I feel like I can't breathe. And he said to me, he's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I just can't even pause long enough to stop. I can't even pause to like gather my own thoughts. And that's really what has helped me to do here. So thanks, Darcy. And it's been great. So I hope you guys get this chance, and I look forward to chatting with you all soon. Please comment. I'd love to hear if you guys have done personal retreats, if you've taken time alone, if it's hard for you. Am I the only one who struggles with that? And, any other things that have been successful for you. I'd love to have people share that because I want to know what works for others. So I hope you guys have a great day. I'm about to head home, and I will chat with you later.